Disney is like that alcoholic friend you have. You want to help him, but whenever you try to take him to rehab, he shanks you in the kidney with a broken whiskey bottle and then runs away screaming that you are trying to kidnap him. In 2012, Disney bought Lucasfilm from George Lucas and gave control of the company to Kathleen Kennedy, who proceeded to kill the Star Wars Extended Universe so fast you would have thought that it had dirt on the Clintons. Kathleen then proceeded to greenlight The Force Awakens, directed by J.J. Abrams and also written by him. This film did nothing new, but instead repackaged the first Star Wars film and updated it for a modern audience by adding third-wave feminism and current-year politics. From here on out, Star Wars would slowly die and be reanimated as the zombie franchise we all know and love to hate today. Sadly, fans of another franchise that Disney had already bought had been feeling the burden of Disney's tyranny and incompetence for 3 years before they bought Lucasfilm. Marvel Entertainment was bought by Disney in 2009, and that's when things really started to go to pot. Sure, at first everything seemed to be fine, but soon the 500-pound social justice warrior in the room couldn't be ignored. Before most people even knew what was happening, we had race and gender-swapped superheroes galore. Most of this nonsense was kept out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, at least for the first 3 phases. Sure, you had Captain Marvel, but it was largely ignored by most of the fans, who knew it would suck. But soon enough, Endgame rolled in like a tsunami next to a nuclear power plant in Japan, and that was when the MCU became the MCU, which has given us such gems as WandaVision, Miss Marvel, and She-Hulk, just to name a few of the worst offenders. All this garbage caused most of the fans to not only check out of the movies, but the comics as well, leaving Disney with another dead franchise that they of course proceeded to blame on the fans, rather than looking inward and asking the simple question,
are we the baddies?
This attitude of hubris has bit them in the ass continually, from Star Wars to Marvel. So let's take a step back. What has Disney done with these mostly male-dominated franchises? Well, they have packed them full of third-wave feminism and modern California politics and attitudes, and when they were called to the mat for this BS, they resorted to calling the fans whatever ism or phobe that would get them ESG cash and positive coverage from the mainstream media. So Disney will... Wait a minute. I forgot to mention those odious live-action remakes of their most beloved films, ripping out all the joy in universal storytelling and replacing it with divisive race and gender-swapped characters, because that seems to be what Hollywood does these days. And, like any good necromancer, they send them out to terrorize the fans. The last bit is not pleasant, but it needs to be addressed. Disney decided to weigh in on a bill in Florida called the Florida Parental Rights in Education Act, which was made to keep grooming out of schools. Something you would think everyone could get behind. However, Disney keeps pushing this heinous garbage, so here we are in 2023, watching the company that enthralled generations with their animation studios collapse under the weight of its own stupidity. But hey, Disney will just be reanimated by ESG money and special interest groups, at least until those groups also run out of money, and then they will probably catch fire and burn like a scene from a certain other franchise that Disney is about to destroy. Anyway, this has been Pete from The Radical Nerd, signing off.